Hey everybody, welcome back to MidnightRice. Sorry about that. I was fighting some technical difficulties. We're going to play some Stormworks today and do some live streaming. We're just kind of mess around. I think I'm going to show everybody kind of what I have in Stormworks. I really love this game. This is one of the games. Me and Steve usually have a game each that we normally don't play for the channel. But it's one that's kind of just for us, for relaxing and everything. And I've been really getting back into playing Stormworks again. I am not by any means a pro builder. A lot of the stuff that I've learned how to do, it's been through a YouTuber called Mr. New Jersey. Definitely go check him out. He's like the authority of tutorials for playing Stormworks. But we're just going to mess around and stuff. I want to start building more and learning how to do more in the game. They've had so many updates since I played it for the channel the last time. I figured why not play it for an hour or so and try out the live streaming. We're just starting to get into it, so that's why it crashed on me and I had to get it back up and all that. So thanks for joining us. What do we got? Yeah, it did break. I hit the wrong button or something. I don't know. We're still getting used to live streaming and still getting all set up. We just got our stream deck and all that. Yeah, we are back. So hi to Mario Bro Joe. Oh, and Tom 9000. Glad to see you guys stop by. That's cool. I wasn't expecting anybody to pop in. I was just kind of do this as a practice run. It is pretty late and I just got out of work, so I'm still kind of getting back woke up. So if there's any problems with the stream, and I'll just let me know, because we're still learning the latency settings and all that stuff. So I'll just get into it. I already loaded up a ship. I just want to kind of show everybody what I have so far and what I've built and what I've learned with them, and then we're going to kind of go on. I want to build a tugboat tonight. I think I'm going to start building a tugboat. I built a couple oil tankers and all that. My first ship, I think this was my first big tanker one. So, I mean, I'm really bad at laying things out for the first time. As you'll see there, I don't plan ahead well, so I'm working on doing that. That's why you can barely get through here. If you've never played this game before, it is kind of like, what is that called? Space Engineers, but it is on the water. You can build helicopters, trains, boats. They're getting ready to have a military update, so you can actually build like missiles and stuff. It's pretty cool. It's a really basic thing, in and out pipes. I was just learning how to do that. So each one of these tanks will hold a certain amount of, I don't remember putting that in, certain amount of oil, gas, whatever. I kind of made it. There's our big engine. I'm still learning how to do, not clutches, but transmissions. So I usually have to cheat. And so I have like some small electric motors so I can back up, which is kind of sad. And I'm going to work on that tonight, I think, with the tugboat. We're actually going to try to get that to all work. And I think I built this a year ago or so. I stopped playing for a while, but I really got back into it. You know, it's got I like the design. I mean, I didn't do too bad. I mean, I know that a lot of the stuff you see out there is crazy good. So I think I got basically, oh yeah, I got a flare launcher. Well, I shouldn't have done that. Basic engine controls and stuff. Well, that actually helped. It lit up quite a bit. I don't remember main drive. So yeah, I haven't used this boat for a long time, and I'm surprised everything works. So this is my, let me get in the thing so you can actually see it. There we go. Can I zoom out? So that was my first oil tanker. Not the greatest, but it actually works, and it actually survives the storms really well. I'm having a problem with making like V-hauls. Every time I do that, the boat rolls over, so that's something I just got to work on. So let's return that to the bench. I really love this game. All right, let's load up some more of my monstrosities. Oh, I got to show you that one too. I just started working on that one. I wanted to make a jet boat. It did not work out half as well as I thought it would. I had some basic boats, like a little starter boats when I was doing career mode. We're in creative right now because I just want to build, kind of relax and build. But real basic, like cargo boats. I think I have another small one. There's a little fire boat. What else do I got in here? The helicopter's not mine. The helicopter's the default one. I've not learned to do helicopters yet. I can't wait to, because I want to make some pretty cool helicopters. But I just used that, so one of my ships needed a helicopter on the helicopter pad. I think it's this one. We'll load that up in a second. That was actually my first boat. Just like a basic all-purpose rescue boat. And like I said, my designs are not the greatest. But let's see. Where's my bigger tanker? Yeah, this is the one I've been working on more recently. And I've added, as I've learned how to do stuff, I've added, like I wanted to put bow thrusters on because I kept drifting away from the docks while I was fueling. I do love the fact that if you played this game before, back in the day, not that long ago, a lot of the connectors you had to do like on winches and stuff. And now they've added all these hoses and stuff, and it's a game changer, and it makes it so much easier to do stuff. So this is where I learned how to do bow thrusters. So I got some on, well, bow and stern, I guess. It's just so I can hold it up against the dock, and I have what is that called? It just tells the distance. That way I know I'm not smacking the dock or not. This is what I was talking about. I don't know how to work the gearing system yet. I think I kind of got it now by watching tutorials. So I always have an electric motor so I can jump in the seat and move the ship forward and back. I can't remember how big I made this thing. So this is one of the few ones I've never tried to do, like the lower decks interiors. Everything's sealed here, so it looks pretty crappy. And I'm sure there's a better way. I'm still learning. It's got Ludascript and all that. Oh, hey, Alp. I just noticed. I looked over. This is what I actually had to do the inlet and outlet for the fuel for filling the tanks. I forgot how many tanks I have. I think they're down here. Yeah, so I got... So that's the main fuel tank for the ship itself. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I had 4 tanks. I have auto fuel on where it automatically loads the fuel in, but I don't think it does these tanks. What else do I got in here? I made like a little storage room for all our gear, and I wanted to have access to the back in case I had to tow it or something like that. It's actually a better bridge design for me. We have some spotlights on either side. We have, actually, I started working on doing, what was that, not bilge, but what's it called? Buoyancy tanks, you know, because the ship rides really high when it's empty. And then these are the controls for those bow, you know, right and left thrusters. And like I said, a lot of this is, I'm sure there's a lot better way to do it. Basic engine controls and stuff. I think this one I added electric cooling fans because the motors kept overheating. I have a big problem with fuel usage. I mean, all my ships use up a buttload of fuel. So I think that's part of the transmission thing we got to work on. All right, I'm going to show you my baby, my most impressive ship, I think, where I got the most stuff on it. And then I'll show you the jet boat that I screwed up on, and then we'll get started on the tugboat project. Kind of want to start from scratch. All right, so let's spawn that in. This one always lags down the game when you spawn it. Warning, performance warning. Yeah, I know. That's a new thing too. I never remember them having the performance warning before. That's what I needed the helicopter for. So it's got a basic like magnetic clamp, so it doesn't fly off there when you're going down the road. That flare's still going, so everything's gonna be whited out for a second. I shouldn't have launched that flare. What if I can put it out? You got a fire extinguisher. Let me see here. Yep. Yeah. Nope. I guess we're just gonna be permanently blinded for life. I was hoping you could put it out with a fire extinguisher. I guess not. Anyway, I'll get past that. Oof, that is so bright. So it's kind of cool. I made a little medical bay. It's got some seating for when you do the rescues and stuff, and then a bunch of medical equipment. Pretty happy with that. I shouldn't have launched that flare. This is our main compartment, if I can see. I was learning how to do the how to get the cameras to work, so I made a little ORV thing. Because I know there's some shipwrecks now. They've added some shipwrecks and all that. Oop, I went too low with it. If I can, sorry, make everybody blind. Oh, I can't zoom out far enough. Let me zoom out. There it is. So that drops down below the ship, and you can kind of research underneath. I kind of use this as like a multi-purpose ship. Like I said, my designs aren't the greatest, but it just tells me what the depth of the unit is, and then what the actual water. It says water temperature, but it's supposed to be water depth. I gotta relabel that. Some basic gear. We got a sleepy spot so we can sleep. I also learned, and like I said, a lot of these things are from that Mr. New Jersey. He's really good at this. I think it's 5 something, right? Maybe. Yeah. So we got a map